He stayed calm, he stayed mentally prepared for any, with punishes in general on mistakes that Zenite was going to do, and he's turned it around at a moment's notice, just like that, noticing that one error, noticing him overcommitting for that kill, and then getting the turnaround. Nicely done by Woozy. I am impressed by that stuff, you know, because it's something that is something that happens if you get to the higher levels of gameplay in Smash Ultimate. You don't know how to only press buttons good, but you also know how to think good in the game. And that is very, very important.
That wasn't a pure skill win, that was mainly a mindset win right here from Woozy. Playing this one down really, really well and getting the win in the end.
Yeah, that's the third layer, I feel like. It's like the first one is press buttons good, the second one is know the game good, and the third one is mentality. You know, staying in the game, staying focused, staying composed, and keeping your head in the game, basically.
Did I mention that I love Phonky? I love Phonky. Did I mention this?
One of these, the guy on the right there? This guy with the very funky suit?
That's the... Okay. Phonky, Pac-Man main from Switzerland. Trying to pick up the win against Takeo, our local Ike player.
Trying to pick up the win on the drip contest as well, my god.
Oh, like, if Phonky loses the drip contest on this one, I'm going to riot.
To be fair, there's some really nice outfits
going
around.
But like, there's no other competition than Phonky or BJ. Like Phonky, BJ, and that's it. You know, that's the competition.
I would disagree, actually. I like what Tarek has been, driving
with the suit and stuff. With the suit, Kazuya. But this one, the Pac-Man drip is just out of this world.
All right, we have Phonky on the right side. On the left, who do we have right there?
It's Takeo from NRW right here.
Love it.
Local Ike player. I think seeding-wise, Phonky is seeded. Takeo is seeded higher, but I don't think
based on how they are seated, you know, Takeo being player 1 and Phonky being player 2, I think that could be correct there. But you know, in the end, seeding is just a predetermined value. It doesn't really matter. It really comes down to what you do in the game. And Takeo, I'm really impressed by his Ike. Because
Takeo
is seeing a lot of his Ike in the German Smash Pokal as well, which has been a local German, and he's been really putting in work for his state, I guess, is
for North Rhine-Westphalia.
Exactly.
But I feel like Phonky is actually able to win this one because yes, Takeo is a really good Ike player, but if you once know the Ike matchup, it's doable against him. Like those Takeo dash attacks are just something you know about.
You know, you say Takeo dash attacks, but Phonky might not be aware because, as you said, it's a Takeo thing. But I don't think they've played a lot. They might have at some point.
I can look this up real quick.
Maybe. But what you know. And something that is also to be said about, of course, you have a huge sword there as Takeo, but you're also slow and heavy. And that is something that Pac-Man really likes to exploit with those juggles and the projectiles, and the limited mobility on Takeo can really come back to bite him. We see it already that Phonky is just keeping the distance and keeping him away, which is netting him that percent differential that he's tagged on right now. And now with the bell in hand, that early kill can come in sooner than you think here.
That's so dangerous with the bell in hand, but loses his bell. Now being on the apple. Oh, the hard read.
I like the idea. I
really like this one too. Like
to kind of force the roll there, but Takeo actually staying calm and just staying in field, very patiently shielding that hydrant, and then getting the punish on that long-lasting grab.
That hydrant is also so good against Ike. Like Ike mostly tries to go for those high up airs to get those kills. Both of them doesn't have any sets, by the way.
I thought as much.
Yeah, and Ike trying to get those high up airs and the hydrant. Oh, that's a really early kill from
that
Takeo.
Rage very strong there for Takeo. That is very important there to get the early up air kill, because as I said, he's eating so much damage. He has to get those early kills, because if he doesn't, he's just gonna lose the war of attrition.
Yeah, and that's the Takeo with the apple from Phonky. Dancing over the stage right there.
I love the setup with the trampoline just below the angel platform, because it kind of screws with you a little bit. It doesn't really do much, but it can get rid of invincibility. So that is something that is, that's just a little tidbit that is really nice to see from these players, getting their gameplay up to the next level.
Yeah, you know, it's always about those small things to level up your gameplay. This dash attack was really risky, but Takeo doesn't try to punish it.
Yeah.
Ike's out of shield option's not the best. I mean, up B out of shield is good.
It's only good because it has armor. It's not very fast. I think it's frame 14 or something,
nice,
but you get armor
on
you get super armor on frame 7, I believe. So this is why it is good. And it kills, of course. Like this move kills. The ether, very strong.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing of Ike is like he kills.
Exactly so, but of course, if you have a basically non-laggy move like the dash attack from Pac-Man, not really a way you can punish it, really. Especially if it's cross-up as well, making it even harder. Takeo, still holding the lead though, you know, getting that kill against Phonky there once again. And Phonky, while getting some good damage, he's getting these kills very, very late. And that's a nice jump over the hydrant as well with the ether right there, using the armor as well to tank Takeo's dash attack right there and just get the damage going.
Yeah, Phonky overall playing this one like better in the combo game, but on the other hand, like Takeo is getting those early kills, and that's a real problem for Phonky. Like, I feel like he died at 90 both times, and doesn't really know how to deal with those early kills. Nice drop of the apple. Lovely. Getting the kill. I love this one.
That was a lovely trap right there from Phonky. You know, setting up the hydrant to jump towards Takeo, forcing the air dodge, and then just dropping the apple on his head, killing off the top, which is what the apple does at hypersense. So very nicely done there from Takeo. And now, of course, with the boxing capability of Pac-Man just being in Takeo's face, and you can see that with the hydrant as well, Takeo cannot really get out of that shield. Doesn't really want to commit the ether as well, because if you miss it, highly punishable then.
Yeah, certainly. Like if he misses the ether right there, he eats 1 or 2 combos, and the game is back to even again. But now Phonky is in kill percentage and needs to be really, really patient and really aware. Nice up smash.
That was a very interesting interaction with the water there as well. Now the bell coming through as well. Missing the pickup on that one, so he has to charge another one, which might give Takeo enough time to get the punish here on Phonky.
There's the bell charge. Okay. Trying to throw the bell through the stage.
That's some funky
gets
stuff
the
right
grab! Wild! Wild grab range from Phonky here. Oh, nice.
Okay. He had to recover high there, Takeo, as well, because the water from behind him was also coming up, which could totally gimp you right there. But Phonky slowly but surely bringing this back. 135 on Takeo here, and he's not really gotten any damage on Phonky for the last 30 seconds. He has to get that kill. Wiggles his shield as well, trying to taunt him to the bell. He gets it, but he misses.
The up smash! No!
The confirming hit
so
not
sad.
Connecting into the final hit right there, so he's still staying alive. The apple's coming through. That's the up air, and that's going to take it.
That's going to take the game from Phonky.
For the first game, will take it, and Takeo so close, but doesn't get it in the end.
Yeah, in the end, Phonky was so consistent and so patient, like playing this very slow and getting the win in the end. Like as you said, Takeo didn't do any damage for like 30 to 40 seconds. Like
he's
on
really
the
been
last
putting up that wall there at the end. That was insane.
Okay, like on the last talk, like Phonky got to 105%, and I for myself thought like, okay, this one's over, because like Takeo had like 20%. And in the end, Phonky winning this game.
He really only needed that one confirm into, let's say, back air or ether or something the likes. If he got that, that game would have been Takeo's, but that makes me excited, because we might get our a 3-game best of 3 here if Takeo can secure that second game after this one, because certainly possible. We've seen how close these two players have been playing against each other.
They're definitely going head to head, and it will be a photo finish in the end. I feel like Phonky was the player with the mental edge in the end. Like it felt like the mental edge is on Phonky's side, and also the matchup experience and inexperience is definitely on Phonky's side. So
it's interesting. Don't we have a Pac-Man where Takeo's from? No primary failure. Is there no?
We have one Pac-Man in NRW.
So I'm interested why Takeo is. I mean, Pac-Man is not necessarily a rare character. It's not a very offensive character, but you have him around. You know, it's a good character for sure.
Yeah.
One of the best in the game, I would argue.
Certainly.
Definitely up there. And so Takeo, I think, could have experience in that matchup, but not maybe specifically against Phonky. Every Pac-Man.
I feel like Takeo doesn't have any Pac-Man experience. I don't know it, by heart, but I would say he doesn't have Pac-Man experience.
Okay, but
maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
well, we will we will never know. Maybe we'll see. You know, at least Phonky here once again taking the lead with the Pac-Man, and there's some nice confirms, of course, with the neutral air. Something that has been the bane of everybody's existence at the start of the game now has been really getting relegated to kind of a little bit of a gimmick and not something that you can solely rely on here for Takeo. And so he's been not using it all the time, but now he's bringing it out to get some of that safe damage.
Bell?
Probably a Zeke catch right there.
That was fire.
Yeah.
Like, the bell dropped down from the ledge, and he caught it in a side B animation.
Yeah.
That was... I don't know if it's an auto catch with the side B animation, but that was fire. But Takeo getting the first kill on the neutral get up from Phonky.
Usually you only catch with normals, right? So I don't think you can catch with the side B right there. Oh, but the extended hitbox with the hydrant, of course, there with the forward smash. Phonky, you know, bringing out a little bit of cheese there, taking this stock from Takeo, and once again bringing this bond back to an even state. I love
He's from Switzerland, obviously he brings some cheese.
Ah, true, and some sauces as well. Well, here we go, bringing out all the stereotypes, but Phonky certainly, Phonky's certainly doing an amazing job here,
yes,
and we'll see if he can continue that, because Takeo seems to be firing up slowly but surely here, keeping this one close to his chest, and with the disjoints on this huge sword, just keeping the Pac-Man out. As long as you are in this like low to mid range, Takeo has the advantage for sure.
Yeah,
Phonky has to keep that mid range alive. If he can't, Takeo's just gonna wail on him.
Yeah, I also feel like the mid range advantage from Ike is really insane. Like if he gets those disjointed hitboxes and get Pac-Man out of boxing range, it's an insane advantage for Takeo.
And that's the funny part, right? Because Pac-Man can actually box up close. So you don't want him close, but you don't want him far away either. And that's a very, very difficult thing in a fast-paced game like Smash Ultimate here for Takeo to keep that exact distance with the mid-range up here against Phonky.
Yeah, you need to rely on your mid-range options, and that's a really, really hard task, honestly.
Yeah. Because it's not only...
the F smash read!
I like
that. Was so cheeky from Phonky.
Yeah, I like the idea. He's kind of been forcing that with the bell as well, the key coming through as well, but not really been the key to that stock right there as Takeo getting the forward smash to take the stock off the side and take the 100% on Ike. That's not too much. He's looking good in the second one here.
Yeah, Takeo definitely looking better in the second one than in the first game.
Okay, Takeo, I see you. I see you with that spike.
Definitely wanted to get those spike and to end the game right here, but doesn't quite get it. Phonky also missing the up smash right there.
Lovely. I think Phonky went for an immediate follow-up on the dash tag. Usually you couldn't punish that with the ether, but Takeo just throwing it out, working it out, and there's the bell in the hand, but doesn't really matter as Takeo's getting those swords, it's getting the damage, 81% here, and a lot of rage on Takeo as well. If he can get those confirms, that could be the game for Takeo. Can he keep it up? Can he get the spike? He's trying for it, but he's not connecting the sword through the stage right there. So Phonky still staying alive. Maybe a trampoline would have actually saved him anyway. But
yeah, hard situation for Phonky. Definitely in a state where you don't want to be. Takeo looks like he will extend this one to a third game. Back throw doesn't hit, doesn't kill. Also, no hit from the bell.
He's with the back throw, he's really covered all his options right there. And so he's got a nice punish there as the Hydrant, but it's not killing yet. I don't know how. But Takeo with the
the apple into the water.
With
nice
the water, the rebound coming through from Phonky and getting the stock off the top with the apple. And now at 99% here, while yes, it's high and against a killing machine like Ike, a very scary position to be in, Takeo has to land the hit first and he's not doing it right now.
Now, Phonky is playing really, really well right now. This one, trying to get this one out. And we had the same situation in the first game, and nice DI from Phonky.
Nice, okay, so staying alive here, Hydrant coming, he's just charging towards Phonky right there, trying to get the down tilt and forward air confirmed, but just not enough, and there's a fall tilt, a nice dash back forward tilt, it's a good option at the ledge, and he's taking the second game, bringing us to game 3, I love it.
I love it too, but I feel like Takeo figured out a habit from Phonky there. Those are so many neutral get-ups, and that's something you don't want to see. Because like, this is the like my fan club is passing by. I don't know.
Deserve. There you go.
Yeah, and you know, like in the last set, it was like free kills with those F tilts at the ledge by predicting the neutral getup.
Was it all the kills?
Yeah. Every stock Takeo took was with the forward tilt at the ledge. So he might have figured out a habit that Phonky needs to stop right now, because getting killed 3 times by the same move in the same situation isn't something you want to isn't a situation where you want to be in.
I like how completely, you know, apart from the game right now, how Phonky is like torn between representing his org and getting the trip, because he has the jersey displayed on the table because he wants to represent his org, but he also wants to have the style going on, you know, so he doesn't want it to
drip is more important.
You know?
He's, by the way, playing with an N64 controller, if you haven't noticed it by now.
Really?
This is like the Phonky special, playing with an N64 controller at Smash Ultimate.
Well
I love it.
Sometimes you know, if it's comfortable to you, you might as well go for it. I mean,
sometimes you need to get out your retro grip.
Yeah, you know, maybe he has some special rolling grip or something going on here, helping you with the mash or something. We will never know. I mean, you can't really see it, so we can't really do any deep analysis on that one. But what we can do deep analysis on is what Takeo is doing to Phonky right now. Look at that damage once again, and it really seems like that Takeo, slowly but surely, is getting, you know, the read on the habits of Phonky right here.
Nice early game from Takeo here. Coming off really strong. Nice air dodge from Phonky. Expected this one, but there's down tilt in forward air, and Takeo getting the first stock right here.
And he's tried that before with the down tilt, right? But every time he's tried it when Phonky was up B. The up B snaps flash, so you don't really hit that unless you hit the 2-frame, which is rare-ish. But if you go for the side B does not snap the ledge. So Takeo there getting the down tilt on that one, of course, with the disjoint as well. But there's the setup potentially with the bell. Takeo keeping his cool though, getting the recovery onto the platform and keeping the stock alive.
Yeah, but now the hydrant hit and the bell hit. Nice up air.
He's just going for the damage right now, not wanting to stale his smash stacks, but they're trying to get that kill as early as possible. But I feel like Phonky maybe even playing a little bit scared. He's not really committing to anything.
I mean, like, it's the better option actually at this point, because now he committed and got more damage. Because every hit you get in this situation is like doubled painful, because you're you're behind in stocks, and then you fall behind a more and more percentage. So playing a bit more chill and a bit more from behind feels really good for the situation he's in right now.
Yeah, it's something, you know, sometimes it can look like he's playing scared, but he's maybe just playing optimal. Yeah. I might be wrong on this, right? I'm ready to be wrong here on that one.
It's more something in between scared and defensive to not get more percentage. Nice down air right here.
Got shield poke on that one. Very nice done there with the pressure. But there's another forward tilt. We talked about it after the second game. He's not really been going for much eruptions either. So that is maybe something that can come in for Taki as a surprise option. He's tried for it right there, but didn't really hit it. It's a good two-framing tool, but as I said, two-framing against Pac-Man, very difficult. He has lots of mix-up on that recovery.
Certainly very hard. And honestly, like what we've been talking about earlier, many low to mid-level players, Takeo getting the stock here, beautiful, well done from him. But very many low to mid-level players tend to play over-aggressive when getting a stock behind and trying to get a kill very, very fast. And seeing this from Phonky, plays very defensive and trying to not overcommit with skill options, is something that I really, really like to see.
There you go with the high recovery once again. Of course, the better option if you can manage it. If you have enough height on that Ike, you really want to go high as much as possible, because you have mixed up. You can go to the ledge, you can go to the platform, you can go for the aggressive hit with the side B. And so it's a little bit harder to edge guard Ike in that position. But if you have to go low, that is the difficult part here. And Phonky is trying to force that one, trying to force that second stock of Takeo, because he's keeping that one strong. Getting the damage confirmed into up air as well. That almost killed off the top, and there's another one high catch, and that's going to take a Takeo 2-1 against Phonky.
Takeo taking this game home right in front of his home crowd. Really nicely done from him right there.
And Phonky, unfortunately, you know, the
falling
style.
short.